Hey everyone, this is Dan Charles with Light Forex. Today is January 29th, Wednesday, just after market close. I'm going to do the usual breakdown of the major Forex pairs. So let's get at it. Okay, so we're looking at the Australian. As I always do, I got my daily, my weekly, my monthly, my 240 and my 60. These are the main time frames I look at to form an opinion for my trades the next day. So let's get at it. Okay, so last day was the 24th, and I said I was leaning more towards more downside on the Australian dollar. I talked about these important support prices, 68 and of course 6,800. Once those busted through on the 27th, I knew we were going lower, and then of course the next level was the support around 67.60, and that's kind of where things are hovering right now. I look at this chart and I'm expecting more of a rebound. Yesterday, when I looked at the chart, I was expecting more of a rebound today. Did pull up a little bit, then came down, pulled up. So the low today is 67.35, but we are hovering around that support price, which was 67.60. So let's take a look though at the 240. Yeah, so you can see on the 240 we're trying to find a base in and around this price range, 67.47, around that range. You can see that if we get a break above 67.70, it could go bullish. But right now we got to maintain being bearish on the Australian USD. We got 2 more days left in the week though, and we have to look at the range. The last several ranges on the Australian for the week. It's been a pretty big drop for the week. Of course, it's not if you look at some previous weeks. But just recently, we're definitely getting close to that rebound area. So I'm going to maintain being bearish, but I am expecting more of a pull-up. So let's take a look at the Australian futures. Okay, so here's the futures. Big gap down the last time I did a video. Busted through this support at 68.16 that I pointed out. And we're very overextended at this point. The weekly, we're very overextended, and we're just around that price, that support price. So, yeah, I'm really expecting a rebound as I look at this further. But the key is I'm always open to whatever direction price goes. So when I do these breakdowns, and I could be very, very sure of the market going one way in a particular Forex pair I'm looking at, but then I watch it overnight and things could change. You could see price levels break to the upside or the downside, former support or resistance prices, and I could change everything for the next day. So that's how quickly the market can change, and I always point that out. But right now, looking at this further, I think there's more of a chance of a bounce to the upside. 67.40, there's support. So that's what I'm anticipating. Okay, Euro USD. All right, last day I talked about this next level of support, 1040, 1.1040. When that got busted through, I talked about this support here at around 1020. 1.1020, and I was anticipating a little bit of a rebound. I drew in this price level, the 1040. You can see price came up, pulled up to that, and then came down, continued the downtrend. So going forward, we got to look at this price level here, which is 1.0980. You know, I'm just anticipating a more of a rebound on this one as well. And by looking at the Euro futures, it does look like there could be more upside. Yeah, but let's take a look at the 60 on this one. Okay, so you look at the 60, clearly downtrend, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Resistance was hit at the high of 10,530, but we got support down here hit as well at 10,240. So you see we got support, we got resistance, and we are trending more to the upside. So obviously if this starts breaking out in the afternoon and evening and breaks through this resistance, starts taking out some of these levels, clearly this is going to be, I'm going to be looking for a buy-in. Okay, next. Pound USD. Okay, yeah, so last day I said that we're just going choppy. I've been neutral on the pound over the few weeks here. Here I was thinking we were going to pull up, but last day, looking at on the 24th, I said we're going sideways, but I was leaning more towards it dropping. So it did drop, but we're still just going sideways. We're still just going sideways. We're in this little range here, and it's best to wait for it to break one way or the other. Does look like we're finding some support, these lower levels, so that would be more of it would lean more towards a rebound, but I would just wait for it to break either above 31.52 or 29.88. Let's take a look at the pound futures. Okay, pound futures, yeah, we're hitting the support price here. So the lows, 1.2996, 29.94, and we put in a higher low today. Yeah, it does look more like there's more upside on the pound, but until we break out of this rangy sideways range, I'm going to continue to be neutral on the pound. Okay, on to New Zealand USD. Okay, so New Zealand USD, last time when I looked at this on the 24th, I talked about very bearish candle, but we also had some support around 65.81, and then of course 65.83. And so the question for me was, oh, and also I should point out we were still holding support on the center line around 65.80, 65.79. So to me, it could, if it broke above 66.37, I would have been definitely leaning more bullish. But of course, it busted through these key support levels on the 27th, and that makes me switch to being full-on bearish. But now you can see support at 6,500. And let's take a look at the 240 on this one. So we're clearly just trending lower. But you can see that support at 65 is going to be very, very important. We got this base around 65.50. So how I would play this, how I'm going to be playing this. I want to see, because to me it looks like a rebound could be coming, but I want to see it break above 65.50. And of course, if it breaks 65, we'll be looking for a bearish position. But just looking at the chart, I'm expecting more of a rebound coming. Okay, USDCAD. Okay, USDCAD. Okay, so when I looked at this here, I talked about it looked like we're more bullish, but I was expecting more of a pullback than what happened. Because we're just going kind of straight up. And when price is going just up like this, it's usually going to be short-term moves. So you have to be aware when prices. It's just like when you're dropping. Here we dropped, big drop. We're just going straight down. You're going to pull back. So here we are. We're just doing the opposite. We're going basically straight up here. The way it's setting up right now, I'm leaning towards a pullback as well. It's clearly a bullish chart. All the time frames are leaning more bullish. We look at the 240. We got this strong support down here around 31.54. Here we are breaking out. Yeah, it clearly looks like there's more upside based on the 240. The 60 though is definitely telling me it's hitting a bit of a wall around 32.08. So I'd want to see it break 32.08, 32.10 as well. I'd be waiting for it to break above those prices for a position, because right now it looks more to me like, you know, you went up here, you drop down. See, if I was doing an analysis on the 27th, I would have said that we're going to pull back because we're overextended. But then the next day, it does pull back, but then the next day it holds support and continues going up. Yeah, so I'm anticipating a bit of a pullback, but we could continue this straight up move. Could keep going. Look for support at this 31.73 price. Let's take a look at the Canadian dollar. Okay, so this is interesting. We had some support on the weekly. You can see it's 75.945. There was some support. This week we gap down. We come up though, we hit that same price. So when I always talk about support can become resistance, resistance can become support. Here we have support becomes resistance. So price comes up, hits that resistance, comes down. Yeah, this is interesting because I talked about in previous videos just this pattern on the Canadian dollar. We come up, we pull back, we pull up, we come down, we pull up. The pattern was to pull back, but we're trending up. So that's quite fascinating when you look at it on those higher time frames. Well, clearly on the 240 and the 60, we have resistance, 75.800, and we have some support at 75.705. So let's see if it can break above that resistance at 75.800 or break below that support. You know, we are falling off quite a bit here on the Canadian dollar. So this could be a pullback, could be coming as well. I definitely say that a lot because that is one of my trading strategies. I'm always looking for price when it becomes overextended. When it becomes too far from the moving average, it's always going to need to pull back. And nothing keeps dropping forever. So when I see support being hit or we get close to support prices and we're far from the moving average, I know a pullback is coming and I can time it pretty accurately about 90% of the time. So here we are, clearly bearish. Let's go back to the USDCAD. You know, the pattern, up, down, up. Are we going to pull back, hold this support price, and continue the move? That's kind of what I'm aiming for. But watch those price levels like I mentioned on the 60. Okay, lastly, USD yen. Okay, USD yen is it's holding some support around 108.80, 108.80, 108.90. You can see price closed at 108.89 and then opened at 108.89, pulled up. So we got to look at that as a key support price for tomorrow on the USD yen. Let's see if it can hold that price. This is another one where it looks more to me like there could be some upside. Okay. Definitely trending more to the upside. Bit choppy though on the 240, but trending up. You can see we are really choppy in and around here. Very up, down, sideways, break above, and now we're pulling back. See if we can hold this support on the top of this range, 109, and then break to the upside. Let's take a look at the yen futures. Okay, yen futures. Well, the yen futures are definitely looking like it's holding this support, but we're definitely in some range right now. You can see the range we were in here before. So price finally broke down yesterday, but then we go choppy again. Yeah, looking at this, my strategy tells me we could pull back. We are putting in lower highs. Let's go back to the USD yen here. Yeah, that's telling me we could pull back, and this is telling me we should pull up more. So let's see how I'm going to play this is I'm going to see if we can hold this 108.89 price as support, and I'm going to lean more towards a rebound to the upside. Okay, that is the breakdown for January 29th. Please subscribe to the channel. Check out our links below in the description. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.